How might we utilise woodland resources to stimulate sustainable economic activity? My plan was to look at this topic from both a large and small scale. I got the big picture view from Ivan, a conservationist.
Thing you're addressing really with rewilding is the biodiversity crisis. So you're looking at biodiversity in the UK and Europe and the world falling off a cliff in the last 50 years. Climate change would be your next one. Connectivity across the landscape is a really important part of the system, and everyone's just desperate to reconnect with nature because everyone feels it's been heightened by Corona.
Looking at it from a smaller scale, I underwent a research probe with a tree surgeon, Gus Porter. Together we identified a tree that had ash dieback. This I realised was a huge problem. There are 173 million ash trees in the UK. 90% of these are expected to die in the next 10 years. This accounts for 20% of all UK trees. The cost to British society will be £15 billion. Removing the trees swiftly is important for securing space where native British saplings can be planted in its place. This supports new ecosystems and biodiversity. While we worked, we discussed issues surrounding the industry and began to sketch ideas that could reduce these problems. I made a set of stickers as a way to modify these bad behaviours, such as poor pruning practice and wasted sawdust. My focus turned to reducing carbon being burnt through logging, preventing the ash trees turning to ash. Working with a chainsaw is extremely dangerous. I had a trained professional overlook what I was doing. Using tools available to a tree surgeon, I made a bench and a chair. These are both quick builds that can be achieved in a half day, as well as on-site, meaning zero transport emissions. Using green wood building techniques to ensure joints can tighten with age. With tree surgery, there is a need for the tree to be chopped down. However, people still have an attachment to it. By leaving something behind that's meaningful, you create a viable product. I worked out the circumference required to make a certain amount of 2-inch planks, as well as for smaller uses such as fence posts or planting stakes. I then adapted a retractable washing line to create a tool to measure these. The use of the tool, as well as on-site furniture builds, adapts the supply chain of wood by reducing the amount of carbon that's released into the atmosphere. By leaving behind benches and tables, it will help increase education visitors and will also aid biodiversity during its eventual decomposition.